Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The play they've gotten at quarterback has been solid this season, with a lot of their scoring coming through the air. Can he get them into the end zone a few more times in this game? It's the Cardinals going up against the Panthers. Time to head up to a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where we join our dry commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, take it away.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they? They really... First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
He's got Floyd out left. They'll get 23 yards there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On play action, they'll throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get...
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Gresham. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds, incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. and their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. Call it a pickup of 7. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure if he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Let's go! They go to Johnson again. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll get this. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught by Fells, right side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion.
Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Again, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe get him into space and throw it to him.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one is going to set the offense. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even